Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GL365.com. Today we're going to take a look at Kirk Hammett's solo in Through the Never. This was really fun. Got some different types of licks in it. Some of his kind of standard licks as well. But a nice challenge. And once you get it down, it's kind of fun to play, especially the ending section with a little slide. But anyway, all right. So let's start breaking this thing down phrase by phrase. Still in standard tuning, and we're going to take a look at this little opening phrase, which sounds like this. All right, so hopefully you guys have a guitar handy that has quite a few frets on it because we're way up there. We're here at the 19th fret. And we are on the B string, and then on the 21st fret on the G. When you get down to the G string, you're gonna do a quick pull off the 9 and hammer back to the 21st. So that little lick, you're really gonna do 4 times. One more time. So after that, you come back to the B string here, and then you're gonna grab the 22nd fret there on the B string, and then you're gonna do one of those quick little hammer pulls again between 19 and the 22nd fret there on the B, over to the 21st fret on the G, and then back to the 19 on the B. Then you're back to the G string, and you can do that little hammer pull again on the set between the 19 and 21. So all together. Then you're gonna do, it's just kind of one of those little blues licks. As soon as you get up there and play these. There's a couple little in there. 7 is, this kind of things are kind of difficult to get right unless you just kind of play through it. So it's the 19th fret over the 21st fret on the D twice. And then we're back to the 21st fret, work our way back to there on the G string. Bend and release down to the 19th fret over to 21st on the D. All right, next phrase. All right, so that is sliding into the 9th fret on the D string, then play 7, 9 on the G. Then you're going to do a pre-bend of a whole step there on that 9th fret there on the G string, and then hit him with a pinch harmonic and release the bend. You do that 3 times. Back to the 7 on the G, and back to the 9 on the D. And then you're going to end it with this. And that's the 9th fret on the D, then 7, 9, 7 on the G. Then the bend and release the 9th fret, pull off the 7, over the 9 on the D again. So we have this so far. Then we have 7, 9, 7. Then the whole step into the 10th fret on the B. So we have this all together for that the whole phrase. All right, next phrase sounds like this. right, so that one's cool. It's just a little heavily palm muted there, 9 to 7 on the D string. 9, 7, 9, 7, back to the 9, and then hit the double stops there on the 7th fret on the G and the B together. Then we have this, still heavily palm muted, but the notes are 9 to 7 on the D, over to 9 on the A, then back 7, 9, 7 on the D. So we have this so far. By the way, then you hit the double stops again. So we have this. All right. Then we have this. So that's the 9, 7 again, over to the 9 on the A string, then back 7, 9 on the D. Now we're going to do a little roll. We're going to roll the third finger over to the G string 9th fret, back to the 9 on the D, then play 7, 9 on the G. Kind of some pitch harmonics in there as well. And then we have this. That's the 7 on the D to 9 on the A twice. Then 7 on the A down to 5 on the A. So all together we have there. Next phrase. All right, so that starts on the 7th fret on the low E string, up to 5 on the A. And when you get to the 7th on the A, you're going to do a half step bend and release, and pull off to 5. Or you can actually pick the 5. Now do that bend, right, half step bend and release on the 7th fret, back down to 5 a few times. And then the last time, you just do a long bend that's a step and a half on that 7th fret, and then end it with 5 on the A over to 7 on the low E. All right, back to some standard fast licks from Kirk Hammett. All right, so we have the 17th fret there on the B string. You're going to hammer to 20, pull back off to 17, over to 19 on the G string. So you're going to do that about 576 times. So as you're doing that, you're just going to go into the bend there at the 20th fret there on the B string. And then we have this. That's a quick little hammer. Just hammer on 20, pull back off to 17, over to 19 on the G, and then pick 17, 20, 17. And then when you get to the 20th fret on the high E string, you're going to do a step and a half bend there. All right, then we really made it to the final section of the solo. It looks like this. All right, so what is going on there? We're gonna jump down here to the second position. You're gonna do a bend at the 4th fret on the G string, and then grab the double stop on the 2nd fret on the B and the high E together. And then we do that slide. And you could go up the B string or the G string. It's one of the higher pitched strings. So it's kind of just go up and back down, just with your index, but easier to control. Then he makes it back down to that same position, and he does that lick again, that 4th fret bend into the double stops there on the 2nd fret of the B and the high E string, and then he pulls off 4 to 2 on the G, over to 4 on the D, back to 2 on the G, back to 4 on the D. So that comes after the slide. So we have this. All right. right, then we're back. That's that bend at the 4th fret again. And then he hits a double stop. You can hit all downstrokes here because he gets a lot of artificial or pinch harmonics in there. So then the 5th fret there on the B, and then 4-2 on the G, to 4 on the D, back 2-4 on the G, bend, kind of a pre-bend with a harmonic on it, release, back to 2 on the G, back to 4 on the D. So it is. So that whole part. Then we're into some unison bends. So we're going to be at the 9th fret here on the high E and the 12th fret on the B string. You're going to pick those 2 notes and bend that B string up a whole step till it matches the top note in pitch. Then do the same thing at the 11th fret and then at the 12th. And then he grabs an F sharp power chord, which is just the 9th fret here on the A and the 11th fret there on the D and the G. And slowly just do a bar dive. You can do it here too. But he's probably grabbing it here. I don't really know. But I know it's an F sharp power chord. And he just takes it. Your guitar goes completely out of tune. And you're good to go. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's one of a fun one. It's got some really cool little funky parts in that solo. And obviously it's a challenge. You know, most Kirk Hammett solos are going to be a challenge for most players. So this one is right up there with some of his funner ones. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.